The Silent Wanderer. In a small, quiet village nestled between rolling hills, there was a peculiar legend about a figure known as the Silent Wanderer. He was said to be a man who walked the earth without uttering a single word, only appearing in villages when they needed him most. Few had seen him, and fewer still believed in him, but those who did spoke of his uncanny ability to be in the right place at the right time. Mira, a young woman with a restless heart, often found herself staring out across the hills, daydreaming of a world beyond her village. Her father, a widower and the village's baker, relied on her to help with the shop, but she yearned for adventure. "There's more to life than baking bread," she would mutter to herself as she kneaded dough each morning. One late autumn evening, as the village was preparing for the annual harvest festival, a terrible storm rolled in. The sky darkened to an ominous shade of gray, and the winds howled through the streets like angry spirits. As the storm raged on, the villagers gathered in their homes, seeking shelter from the fierce downpour. Suddenly, a loud crack echoed through the village square. The old oak tree that had stood for centuries was struck by lightning, causing it to splinter and fall, blocking the only road that connected the village to the outside world. The villagers were trapped, and with the storm worsening, it seemed as though they would be cut off from help for days. In the midst of the chaos, a stranger appeared at the edge of the village. Dressed in a long, weathered cloak, his face obscured by a wide-brimmed hat, he moved silently through the streets. Mira, who had been watching from her window, was the first to notice him. Intrigued, she hurried outside to see who this mysterious figure was. As she approached, the man stopped and turned toward her. His eyes were deep, like pools of water that held secrets she couldn't fathom. Without a word, he motioned toward the fallen tree. Mira, unsure of what to do, followed him as he walked to the village square. To her amazement, the Silent Wanderer began to work. He moved the debris with a strength that seemed impossible for one man. His movements were swift, efficient, and strangely graceful, as though he had done this many times before. The villagers soon gathered around, watching in awe as he cleared the road piece by piece. Mira joined him, her heart racing as she lifted branches and broken wood, trying to keep pace with the silent man. The storm continued to rage, but together, they worked tirelessly through the night. By dawn, the road was clear. The storm had passed, and the villagers cheered, grateful for the mysterious stranger's help. But when Mira turned to thank him, the Silent Wanderer was gone, leaving only footprints in the damp earth. Mira stood there, gazing at the horizon, realizing that perhaps the adventure she sought had found her